My delusional mother-in-law illegally sold my $80,000 vintage car while I was out of town to pay for her golden child daughter's European vacation, so I reported it stolen and had the police raid their massive bon voyage party. I am a 29-year-old woman, and when my father passed away, he left me his fully restored, cherry red 1967 Ford Mustang. It was officially appraised at $80,000, and I kept it safely under a tarp in our locked garage. My husband's mother, Susan, and his sister, Chloe, are incredibly entitled. Chloe recently maxed out her credit cards and was crying daily because she couldn't afford to go on a luxury summer trip to Europe with her rich friends. Last Wednesday, I had to fly out for a 3-day business trip. My husband, who is completely spineless, gave Susan our garage passcode because she claimed she needed to borrow a ladder. While I was sitting in my hotel room, my phone buzzed with an alert from the hidden garage security camera. I opened the live feed and my jaw dropped. Susan was standing in my garage with a random strange man. I watched in pure horror as the man handed Susan a thick brown envelope full of cash, and then he happily drove my dead father's $80,000 Mustang right out of my driveway. Susan had literally forged my signature on a fake bill of sale and sold my car for $25,000 in quick cash. She immediately drove to Chloe's apartment and gave her the envelope of cash. 10 minutes later, Chloe posted a smug selfie on Instagram holding the money with the caption, "Europe, here I come, #blessed." Most people would have frantically called their husband or screamed at their mother-in-law. I didn't say a single word to either of them. I immediately called the state police and reported a felony grand theft auto. I emailed them the official title proving I was the sole legal owner, the vehicle identification number, and the crystal clear 4K security footage of Susan taking the cash. The police instantly flagged the car as stolen in the federal database. The trap snapped shut the very next morning. The random guy who bought the car went to the DMV to legally register it in his name. The exact second the DMV clerk typed the VIN into the computer, silent alarms went off. Armed officers immediately surrounded the innocent buyer in the lobby. Completely panicked, the man handed the police the forged bill of sale, which conveniently had Susan's exact home address and phone number printed right on it. He explained he had no idea it was stolen and that an older woman named Susan had sold it to him. The police realized it was a massive felony fraud ring. That evening, Susan and Chloe were hosting a massive farewell party at their house with over 40 guests to celebrate Chloe's European vacation. I pulled up and parked across the street just as 4 police cruisers aggressively swarmed their front lawn. The music stopped. Police officers marched straight into the backyard and dragged Susan out in handcuffs for felony grand theft auto, forgery, and wire fraud. They also confiscated Chloe's luggage and the remaining cash as evidence of a federal crime, leaving her sobbing on the grass because her trip was permanently ruined. I got my Mustang back from the impound lot the next day, filed for divorce, and Susan is currently sitting in a county jail cell waiting for trial. Honestly, forging a signature to sell your daughter-in-law's dead father's car just to fund a luxury vacation is absolute peak narcissism. Watching the cops take the cash right out of her hands was the best karma ever. Would you have pressed charges on your mother-in-law? Let me know below.